Okay, welcome back to another episode of Teardrop RV Travel. Oh, sorry, wrong channel. Sorry, Neil. Anyway, go check him out. He got a new RV. I'm so happy with him. I'm proud of the kid. Awesome. Go check it out. Check Neil out at Teardrop RV Travel. Okay, now we're going to talk tires. Come on. Now, I got lots of comments on the tires. And I didn't want to get into this, but I'm going to tell you the way it is, and you just make your mind up. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just going to generalize it all because this is just whatever you want. I'm not saying right or wrong, left or right. It's just the way it is, okay? So, the first question was trailer tires. There's two types. There's tires for the truck, and there's tires for the trailer, and they're called ST tires, which means a standard trailer tire, right? Now, a trailer tire, the only difference between an ordinary tire and a trailer tire is trailer tires are made to sit for a long period of time and not move and not damage them. And now, where to go back to that is if you have a trailer and you bought it 10 years ago and you went back and looked at it, the tires look like brand new, that's probably why, because they're trailer tires. Now, if you put light truck tires on it, because you have to go to light truck tires, and we'll get that in a minute, is because they'll heat check in probably a couple of years, if that. The light truck tires only last for a couple of years, and they heat check or weather check. So that's why the trailer tires are made to sit in one place, not move, and then they won't get a flat spot or any of that stuff in it. That's what it's for. Now, will light truck tires do it? I don't think so. It never happened to me. But anyway, that's your choice. Now, the other choice is tires. Now, I'm going to say this because this is my own personal view. If you buy a trailer, unless you know the brand on it, and I'm not talking Joe Chinese or Bulgaria or something like that. I'm talking if they're made in America or Canada or even Mexico, they're not bad. And if you don't know the tire and you don't feel comfortable with it, don't take it off. Now, this is my rule on it. Is the tire's worth $100. This fender is almost $300. So what do you want to do? Save the tire or save the fender? You're right, save the fender. So, when you buy a trailer, if you do not know the tire or check it out or Google it or check it and see if it's any good, then rip them off and put some Goodyears on it. Goodyear Endurance is where the bar's set. Those are probably the best tires on the planet for a trailer. Just put Goodyear Endurance. That's my view. Now, there's another company that came into the United States. It's called Rubber Master. Now, they're going to guarantee these tires for 2 years. And I'll guarantee if it takes the fender off, they're going to pay for the fender. I don't care what they say. So, I'm trying these Rubber Masters. They've been great. I haven't got a complaint. I got 10,000 miles on them. They work just fine. Now, I'll give you the logic on trailer tires. This is the trailer. You got an 8,000 pound trailer, right? You got 4 corners. You do the math, 2,000 pounds a corner, right? Now, everybody knows trailers are built cheap. So, I'm not going to even go there. Now, if you go and get an 8,000, you go and check the GVW, and if you don't have the GVW, you Google it and find it. If you can't find it, go take it to a weight scale and weigh the darn thing. Like, we're not working on assumption here. This is all fact. We don't work on assumptions. Assumption, you know what happens there. Every time you assume, it makes an ass out of you and me. So we don't do that. So you got an 8,000 pound trailer that gives you 2,000 pounds per wheel. Now, if you go and check your tires and it says 1,500 pounds on the tire max load, what's going to happen? You're exactly right. You're going to have a blowout. So you have to make sure that the tire on your trailer is more than what your GVW is. And my magic number is 2,000 pounds. So that's what I do. 2,000 pounds over the GVW. So all these tires on this trailer are good for 26, well, it's almost 10,000 pounds. So you try to get at least 2,000. 1,000 is good because that'll give you water and everything else, right? Now, GVW if you don't know, gross vehicle weight is everything loaded. Water tank loaded, all your stuff in it, everything. That's your GVW. It's not, well, we got Martha in there and Johnny's in the back room. No, it's weight. Food, weight, and everything. That's your GVW. It's not something else. That's what it is. GVW is the weight of the trailer, the way you haul it down the road. So if you don't haul it with water, and you don't haul it with any sewer in it, or no food, and you're 1,500 pounds lighter, that's your GVW. But then you have to pull it like that all the time, because that's your GVW. The GVW on the door is loaded with water. Okay, now the tires. These are trailer tires. As you find the down in the bottom, you'll find the label right here, and it'll be ST 225 75 15. Okay, 225 is the width of the tire, 225 millimeters. 75 is the height of it, right? And 15 is the rim. Now you're going to say, well, what the hell is going on here? Well, I didn't make the rules. I just living by them. And the thing is that the rim is inches and the tire is metric. I'm not saying nothing. So this tire here, for instance, is a Rubber Master 6 is what it is. Now, on the side of it, you'll find, now remember the last one I told you about, if you change the tires, the sticker means nothing? You look on the side of the tires and it'll tell you the maximum GVW, or maximum GVW and the maximum air pressure. Now, if you go look at it, because some trailer tires you'll buy, the maximum tire pressure on is 32, and your door says 50. So what are you going to do? Put 50 in it? You just blew your tire. Whatever the tire is rated for is what you use for the tire pressure. So if it's rated at 32, that's the most you go. And if it's rated at 50, that's the most you go. Now, the problem I had with this trailer last year is people knew I had a flat tire and it damaged it, so I had to put another tire on it, and that tire was 50 pounds. Now, all the rest are 60. So what's it going to do? It's fighting the whole time. That's why we put 4 brand new ones on it. Okay, so that's why. You have to just pay attention, and if anybody says, well, if you just blow a tire off, just go somewhere else and get another one. Well, it's not quite that easy. You got to match them up, because if not, it'll start fighting and pulling and bucking and everything else. So you got to pay attention. So you got the GVW and you got the air pressure. And right up here, there's a little mark there, and you'll see it. It'll be right by the DOT number on it, and it'll have the year it was made. Now, if you go in and buy it, I don't know that, I'd have to check if Google dates and what they are. But if you take your I shouldn't even tell you this. If you take the number off your tire and Google it, and you find out it's a year old, then you go back into the tire company and say, listen, you just sold me a tire that's a year old. What the hell's with that? Because the year date code on it is not from the time you buy it. I'm sorry to tell you. It's not from the time you buy it. It's from the time they made it. So if they made it and you bought it and it's 2 years old, that tire is 2 years old, I don't care if it's been mounted or nothing. It's 2 years old. End of story. And then over here on the other side, you have the type of tire. Now this is what makes it or breaks it. Because you will, and I've done this and I call tire companies on all the time. You go look at the tire and it'll say 2-ply polyester and 2-ply rayon and 1 steel. Well, just a minute. It says 10-ply rating. What the hell is that? It's got 5 plies in it and it's 10-ply rating. I'm not very smart, but I'm missing something here. But that's what it is. That is what the tire company rates it as a 10-ply, even though it's only got 6 or 8 in it. Now, that's the tire company. I'm not even going there. Okay? Now, the other question was trailer tires and light truck tires. Now, this one, remember the drama. I told you, I warned you not to watch this video. This is where the drama is going to start. If you pull your trailer down the highway, day in and day out, just think about this. you got to put trailer tires on it, right? Now, the reason trailer tires, and why with trailer tires? Because they're made to sit really for a long period of time. Okay. So my trailer never sits, it's always on the road. It never sits. It's got just as many miles on as the truck. So why would I care if it had trailer tires on? Exactly my point. Now, if you want a little I'm not going to go into this very much. If you want to go into long, long honeymoons, they did a thing on tires and upgrading tires to truck tires. Go watch their video. It's very good. And it's Vinny from California, which is your Airstream guru, and he knows it all. So I'm not even going to question Vinny's decision at all, because as far as I'm concerned, he knows what he's talking about. My view on it is this. If you are an off-roader, okay, you know what tires are about. Don't even say you don't, because you're off-roader, you buy tires. If you take and buy tires, you put the same tires on your truck that you put on the trailer. That's what you do, because you're going over these rocks and all that stuff, and you're going to beat them up. Trailer tires won't take this stuff. You have to put off-road tires on. Look at the trailers, the off-road trailers you buy. None of them got trailer tires on. Not a one have trailer tires on. They all have light truck tires. Light truck tires are the answer. If you put light truck tires on, but with light truck tires, you have to put little tire covers on to stop the UV rays, because it'll weather check them real bad. So if you put them on, I guarantee you will never have a blowout, and you'll never ever put a tire on. That's just my view. Now you're going to say, well, he said that, and he's got trailer tires on. I'll tell you why. Is I put trailer tires on this because I'm going to try them. My tire guy, Trevor, told me that these are the greatest things. So I'm going to either say, yeah, Trevor, they're good, or Trevor, they're junk. So, and you know I'll do that. So that's why next set of tires that goes on here will be like truck tires. I'll guarantee you that. Now, the thing about a blowout is the tires, remember now, truck tires and trailer tires. They're not the same. They think they are, but they're not. And your GVW is very, very important. You have to check that. And if you bought a trailer from the factory, I will guarantee you that you might have that to play with. Maybe. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just waking you up and just say that you might have that to play with. That isn't even a tank of water. That's only 20 gallons of water. So that's very little. So that's my take on tires. This video is just to wake you up. That's all it is. I'm like, don't believe a word I say. I don't care. All I'm saying is what I do. And this is what I do. And tires is a very big issue. And like I said in the last video, you can go to a tire company, you can go to tire people, you can go to RV dealers, you can go to anybody, and I will guarantee you'll have 20 different opinions. I haven't found anybody yet who's got the same opinion on tires. You can't even get the same Michelin dealers to give you opinions. So just remember, that's all I got for you today. I'm trying to if you got any questions, give them to me and I'll send them back to you. But tires is a very, very, very hot topic. And it's amazing how many different views there is on them. And really, there's only one view. Go down the road and the tires. And like I told in the last video, the most important thing about tires is tire pressure. You keep the tire pressure up, I guarantee you won't lose a tire. And that's what you have to do. Just keep the tire pressures up, do maintenance, do your due diligence, and you'll find out. Like, I've never blown a tire off a trailer, so I don't know what half these people are talking about. You keep out of it. Because you know what your idea is on tires. Okay? You going to change the tires? Are you going to change the tires when we have to change them? No, you're not. Okay, so that's all I got for you today. I hope you got something out of it. If you didn't, oh well. If you did, I'm glad. Okay.